For months now, that these dead people, physically dead people, were going to start coming up out the ground, out the water, out the cars, wherever they trapped at in these houses, in the ground, underground, speaking these girls that have been prostituting and sex trafficking, and the prostitute needs to watch out because she is going to be where she already is, the next target. It's just not really being mentioned publicly, but law enforcement knows, CDC knows, these prostitutes know within these circles, and these runaways are also prostituting or getting with celebrities. Didn't I tell you too, there were private hit contracts. This was going to come from LA to Atlanta with these artists and rappers in the music industry and producers and investors and gang members. They are murderers. A lot of them murder to get ahead and get what they want, and sex traffic and sell drugs and do drugs and recruit men and women to be their sex slave, their pawns, and to ultimately give their life, sacrifice their life, murder them in a sacrifice. And this girl is saying she was sex trafficked with a group of other girls that were around this man, this singer called himself David, along with other people in secret underground parties where you have to sign a contract in blood to get in the party and give up your cell phone and all of your information to go to these elite celebrity parties, because they know they're going to be spirit cooking, eating physical flesh like a spiritually cooked satanic way, like Marina Abramovich shows people that they do with the spirit cooking. And she has the bodies of children and the bodies of animals, and she uses it in art displays and exhibits. You can find the old videos on Marina Abramovich on YouTube or Google, or see it on other sites. She's still alive. She's probably in her 70s, but look like she in her 30s or 40s. This lady said there's a lot of runaways, and she's with a group of physically dead girls from all walks of life, and some of them are from Mexico, some of them are from Europe. Some of these children are MK Ultra children in these families, these wealthy families, and in these music families that were born of runaways, people that have been trapped in houses and basements and underground and rape them and give birth to these babies. So there are no birth certificates. There's no social security number. There's no driver's license. There's no doctor's records. There's no school records. They never go to public school. That way they can get away with this. It's whole generations of families, and they have them out in these parks. They like to do rituals out in these federal parks, as well as have underground cities and inbred children. And she said all of them are connected to different forms of law enforcement. That's how they secretly get away with it. I looked it up a little bit too. You all can tell me what you find. This man is connected to 21 Savage and some other Atlanta rappers. He done been in Atlanta and performed here, and he's a part of that secret homosexual, bisexual cabal. That's how he sold his soul and sacrificed her. She said there was an argument and there was a fight, and he was passing her around, letting people screw her and telling her to prostitute herself inside this industry. She's showing me a group of them dead, physically dead. They done came down here to my house. I haven't slept well in the past couple of days. She had me up, woke me up 2:30 this morning. I was up at 3 o'clock talking to her. And she said she ran away from home because there was some type of violence or conflict, or she wasn't treated as she was good enough, or fussing at her, molestation, sexual assault. There were things going on at her house, and she said demons. She's showing me she had some type of abilities to see and hear them, and radio would come on and go off, and we hear voices at home, and she was involved in drugs and drinking and not at peace at home. She said this has to do with her mother and what the mother allowed. My ear is stopping up right now, and I just hear this high-pitched sound in my ear, which happens a lot. And it's doing it when she's telling me that she has these abilities to reach out to people. She has a telepathy and a psychicness. And she's a pretty girl, and this guy liked her a lot, but he didn't really like her like that. He liked having women that look a certain way around him to attract men that he liked to get screwed by in the behind. That's what she just said to me about this guy. And I looked at his picture. He's not that tall. He's seemed kind of feminine and insecure to do anything for power. He's surrounded by a boys club, men that allow them to do that, very secretive in these parties. She said these underground parties that they lure all these runaway girls or these young girls looking to belong or fit in, knowing they have a certain amount they have to sacrifice for the winter. You see, she's come up as we're moving into winter. Somebody let me know when is the winter solstice, because we're also moving into Halloween, Christmas, and Thanksgiving, which is some of the biggest solstices. They celebrate children, kidnapping, missing, murdered children. I don't know why I heard I wish that song when I was growing up about the Oscar Mayer hot dogs. I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly love to be. Because if I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me. And I said, now that sounds kind of fucked up. Now it sounds kind of strange, like everybody's in love with you if you was a hot dog, which means cannibalism, eating human flesh. And I've always loved Oscar Mayer hot dogs, so now that kind of make me wonder what the fuck was I loving? What was I eating? Oh boy, did I hear who you loving, who you want to be hugging? Why am I picking up Biggie? Oh shit, that's not funny. Maybe he's trying to tell me that that's what Puffy and them was doing at these events, cannibalizing on human flesh, cannibalizing on female flesh. Oh, he just showed me the other group of celebrities. I ain't gonna say no name, but they male and female. One of them right now is asking the public to give him $500 a pop to start a casino. Y'all, you know who I'm talking about. Said they was there too. That's what Biggie's saying. And said he saw the drug use, drug addiction, sex parties he participated, but said he never ate no flesh or killed no person. He said he have done some killing and selling drugs and shit, but he did not kill anyone to be cannibalized on. But he mentioned Puppy. He said that's what he did. He's a heavy black magic occultist and has no problem selling souls, stealing souls. Said, oh, that boy just came up right now. Shaquem, is it that? What his name? Shakir, that was dating Kim Porter, said that Puffy killed him. That's what he just said. And said, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Christopher Williams. Now he's still physically alive. What he got to do with this? That song, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming. He says something about he did some type of sacrifice to Puffy with that song or with that album. Said they were using and abusing, and he had him jammed up with his money tied with that album. So I wonder, did Christopher Williams get all his money from that album with that song, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming? Was Puffy extorting him? He said blackmail and extortion with Christopher Williams and other artists. What Carl Thomas? He mentioned Carl Thomas and what that group? 112. He mentioned 112. Wow, why is he? Why am I getting into this? I don't know. Why Shakir Stewart, he said, help me. He said he in hell. 3-6 Mafia, what his name? He done came to me before. He right now 3-6 Mafia. Lord, what his name? Lord, he physically died a few years ago. I know he got Lord in his name. He was speaking to me from hell. Say, sold his soul to the devil. He'd be with the devil in hell. Lord, somebody, y'all could let me know later on. All these people are starting to come in here and they're all demonic or they got demonic ties. I don't see Christopher Williams as demonic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the demonic person, Puffy, did something to him. Now I'm seeing Lyra Cohen and the man, what his name, Irv Gotti. Some kind of way they tied into this death with Shakir Stewart or tied into Puffy. DMX just came in here. Damn, this is all from the girl that was found in the Tesla. In the car there, she says she's seen them. She know what's happening. She said there's a demonic fight right now. There's a demonic feast right now in the underworld where the rapper Nipsey, he's still talking to them because when I did the reading a couple of weeks ago, he told me that there's an underground in hell. These people get out their body, take off their shell. Like when they in these parties, y'all be surprised what you see. The parties where they have to sign the contract, they cut their finger and put the blood on there. It's not just a signature with a pen, it's a signature with their blood and take their cell phone. They go in there, you see them looking poised and dressed up and looking good. She says she saw them, they scare her. She's still scared of them. Where they laughing and talking, but when they get in that party, they start eating flesh and baby hearts, human hearts, and said that they get up, the demon in possession of the body, get up out the body. You could see them. They start going wild and crazy. Their face look crazy like a demon face. They have sharp razor teeth. And they showing about this clown on this cartoon and this rabbit. She's saying the cartoons are demonic. These characters reach out to the children through the cartoon. That's why when you have a child and you see a child getting very agitated with you, when you turn the channel or you have a toy of their character, which is a demon, and you take the toy or they can't play with the toy or a certain character they like and they are very addicted to the character, you need to watch your child because your child is probably an empath or a psychic and you hear the cartoon and the music saying one thing. You see the character looking one way. You need to look at this series called The Arrivals, Part 1. It might have 20 parts to it. It might be hard to find on YouTube because they be taking a lot of this stuff down. That spirit will talk to that child even though you're hearing the music. It's a backmassing underneath it that you don't hear. You seeing the character talk, but you don't hear the demon, and if the child hears that, they lure the child, they even lure them into becoming runaways. How? Because they're seeing that character, that spirit is sitting in the character, and the character is demonic and sexual, And usually those are sex abusers. And you don't know it's sitting, that spirit is sitting in the first, second, and third chakra of your child as the child gets bigger. So they'll have adults that really are like children and like children in the inside, and men, the Mambla Association, that like boys, little bitty boys, not grown men, and they'll start luring them in on their social media pages or in their school or in their churches, temple spiritual, as well as boys and Girl Scouts and areas that deal with children where they act like they're working with them and helping them and they seem harmless. Speaking of that, two things. Did y'all see how somebody done shot this police 15 times? Yesterday or the day before, said he calmly shot this police. And the police came into a shop or store or something, and the man knew him, said he knew each other, just shot him down. And this sick ass couple, and see, I've been telling y'all this, and I know it's been coming out. This couple, the lady's a real estate agent, the man is a fireman, and they got a child. You see, they got videos. I don't know how somebody found it or how it came up from being at home and had on their cell phone. They've been going with this dog and going with some children. Got them, the fireman had pictures of him having sex with and funneling children on his cell phone. They done locked him up, and then I seen it. God damn. And they got a black dog, maybe more than one. You know, that's sexy red. Goddamn it, he and the dog go together real bad. Goddamn it, I mean, he bending over, putting his tongue all in the dog mouth. The wife is there on the video with him. She getting screwed by the dog and the man. And oh my God, this shit is so disgusting. And she pleaded not guilty. She want a jury trial, but it's on video. You can see both of them doing it, and the man, you know, is so excited about it. He fat, with a fat ass stomach, he bending over, all in the, like they got the dog trained like so I guess he got him a hot black bitch over there, because the dog black, goddamn it, and his wife white. So he getting the best of both worlds, animal, a black animal and a white wife, goddamn it. So I don't know if he done did this some black children or something else, because I seen it right there. Y'all can look up what the fuck I'm saying. I've said this, and it's more of it going on than we know. And this was what a government official, a goddamn fireman, and I'm telling how many of them in the clique, and said people were enjoying him spreading. He was putting it on different sites and people watching this shit. So it's a lot of grown people that have fantasies about dogs and children, and a lot of them actually get involved in this with dogs and children. Someone sent it to me. I think it was a Delta airline. Might have been fumes released in the air up on the plane. The people had some medical emergencies behind this. Either their eyes and nose was burning, or they couldn't see up on the plane. You could see the smoke coming out, and it clearly had chemicals in it. That confirms that I told y'all that was going on, as well as biological warfare being released inside the airplane up in the air. I saw somebody with an oxygen tank on a plane, couldn't breathe, needed some oxygen, and I saw someone compromised because of some type of virus that they have. But some of these, we don't even know the names for them, because the CDC is not releasing these names of them. So you think, oh, you know, it's a person that's sick or need oxygen, or might have a regular, you know, disease we know of, like a cancer or something that's not contagious or something, but really that's not what it is. It's something else they're not telling you, because they know if they tell you that, you're not going to get on that plane, not with that person, because the person is shedding. It's coming through the skin, released through the skin. And then when you're up there, you don't realize chemtrails and other chemicals are being released on us as through the rainwater. Don't go out in the rain no more. It used to be safe to sing in the rain, take a bath in the rain. You can't do it no more. or inhale on certain days was very hot and very muggy. And that's how it is in Atlanta. Very muggy. Humidity is very thick. You don't know what's in it. There's a lot of people. Every summer, they have to go to the hospital or can't be outside. They have real bad upper respiratory problems and pollen in Atlanta. What else is she saying? I'm probably going to have to come back because she's crying out to me. She's in a panic. She said they have to get the rest of them. They have to save the rest of them. And they saying, yeah, yeah. I see some animals and I see a dolphin and a shark, and I can smell the salt water. So that means that somebody was in the area too where the ocean is. I have to go back and see. I think, was she in California? She thought she would be safe with this man. They were lovers, and she wanted to be with him, that he could protect her, and she was a runaway. She didn't have to go back home. She didn't have to deal with the drama she was dealing with. She thought because he's a celebrity, he got money. The way he treated her at first, like he loved her and cared about her. She said then he started introducing her to that lifestyle and all the other girls he was doing this with, and how a group of celebrities and security, they protect him. This is confidential. This is private. The way they have all these girls sex traffic them. And then she said organ transfer, they make it look like it's a donation, but they kill them, bust them open right at a party, take them fresh, or have them in these hotels, motels. Y'all need to watch, if y'all young girls or whoever y'all are prostituting and shit, going in these motels and these hotels, because some of these hotels are hooked up where and got their adjoining closet, underground flow open up, adjoining room door where they're doing sex trafficking, prostitution, and kidnapping and holding people against their will in these hotel, motel, got them turning tricks, got them on drugs, so they can't run, they can't scream when they in there. For wealthy men come into Atlanta and they go on tour literally with this. When this singer, and you see a lot of these other rappers and singers, they have an underground supply of sex trafficking slaves, prisoners trapped in there, boys and babies, because some of these men only want babies, and some of them get entertained by seeing a baby raped and cut up, or I just seen her do it. Organs eaten up in these babies. They like them born fresh and do it. That go back to what I told you at the beginning, where they have these children, inbreed them, mamas and daddies, and the dad let the daddy mess with the children and get them pregnant. Then they pimp them out, prostitute them out. I remember a long time ago, a lady came to me and she wanted a reading. And of course, this is something you don't really get over. Even with therapy, you really don't get over no shit like that. Her daddy was some kind of preacher or something. As well, he was a member of a biker club, and they had these church buses, these school buses, where she said at night he'd wake her up and take her on the school bus. It was somewhere down here in Georgia with a group of other children, let grown men have sex with them, his own daughter, and that he would have sex with her in front of them, and men would cheer it on, and they would pay him to have sex with his children, and other people's children were participating in this shit at night. And then they bring them back home, make them get into bed and go to school, and nobody knew that this was going on with these grown men working for the state, working for the school, preachers and shit, would late at night take these children on this ghost ride on this school bus. And she told me she got grown and said they look up to these people in the community, and they're nice to grown people, but secretly they selling the grown people, they cheering behind their wife and cheering. They got cheering at home, but yet they doing this to other people's children and got education. A lot of these people with education, these degrees, is sick as fuck. And they get away with this shit, and these preachers and these teachers, y'all know I'm a preacher's, what they call a PK, preacher's kid. So I saw this shit firsthand and was a victim of it. And people didn't want to believe when me and my half sister would try to tell the teachers and tell people in authority, oh, your mother's not doing that. Your mother's got money. Your mother lives here, there. She do this, she do that. And then they would tell her what we said. And then she would deny it and then punish us at home. And, oh, she just want to sleep with men. I'm like, I'm 13, 14. The fuck is I don't know what a man is. I don't know what a dick is. You don't. I mean, sick as fuck and a drug addict up there staggering and shit, driving drunk. Like she was doing with my son in 2015 when she helped get him arrested because she was secretly drugging with her own grandson to try to hurt me because she knew I loved my child and I would never do to him what she did to me and trying to destroy his rap opportunities, any career he had by doing that shit with him. This bitch, I'm in high school driving drunk, snorting coke, popping pills. I always got a dental problem. Let me tell you something. When you watch your mother or somebody around you always talking about their teeth hurt or they had to get their teeth changed out, because they were hurting them, so they got them pulled or they got veneers or they got implant. Then all of a sudden the implant fucked up. They in and out the dentist. That's a junkie, man. That's a junkie. That's a drug addict. Motherfucker always sick, head always hurting, ass hurting, teeth hurting, mouth hurting. They always going to a doctor where they can get a drug. It's a fucking junkie. My mother always had friends. She did to my grandmother. They go to the mental health center. They get the real shit, the real strong psych meds, sell them to her. Because a lot of these people got in my family. She knew when they got their refill, they called her because she paid them for them, beat them on the street. All her friends was fucked up in the head, had psych meds. I rather see birds and sluts and junkies of a feather fucking flock together, then cover this shit with their degrees and they must be in their spiritual clergy and shit. Look, can't nobody challenge me. You can, but you're not gonna motherfucking prove me wrong and win. I was seeing this shit as a child. I grew up seeing this shit and the family covered it and covered the abuse. And I must be talking to somebody just like me because the Spirit's telling me to tell you this. And I'm gonna tell you again, a lot of y'all are special and spiritual, but you the one that was skated, like railroaded, and you the black sheep of the family, but you're the one the most powerful, and they don't want you to ascend above them. So they've been fucking you your whole fucking life and trying to sabotage you and use you, trying to sacrifice you to get your birthright or to get your money, your dad or aunt or somebody fucking left you, and to get your fame and fortune, because a lot of y'all is born to be stars. And a lot of y'all are having to self-medicate and take mental health drug and been abused and used because they sick the hellhounds on you ever since you was fucking born, trying to take your life from you and destroy your life from you. I know. And if you ain't strong, a lot of y'all ain't gonna survive or gonna kill yourself or gonna lure somebody to be killed because you put yourself in that position looking for love and acceptance. And we haven't had boundaries, so we attract people that act like they love us but really just want to use you and abuse you. And then a demon get on them, tell them to kill you and destroy your life and block your destiny from you. Your parents finna get ready to be dead than a motherfucker. Some of your parents is already sick. And what I noticed about women, the same thing with my mother. Those that abuse and beat and jealous of their daughters, a lot of times they develop Alzheimer's. They develop mental problems, memory problems, so they don't, because there's a narcissist, a supreme demonic narcissist. Anybody that abuse you like that is narcissistic. That's a demon possession that followed you into a time trap, a time portal, or the mother called them on you through doing witchcraft and black magic to follow you around and make sure you never succeed and you never get higher than her. But it is possible for you to do it. Usually nice and sweet and loving, kind people are the ones they do it to, and they can connect kindness with weakness and think they can defeat you. But bitch, I'm still here. And you all are still here. And it's time for you to claim your place because a lot of these fuckers finna die. And a lot of these mothers will get Alzheimer's so they do not have to be accountable for what they've done because they secretly know they fucked up and got a lot of guilt, but they'll act like they don't. And they'll act like what they did to you was okay and they don't know that it was wrong, but they do know. That's why their memory get fucked up and wiped like that. They do things, get drunk and do drugs for years and have a fucked up diet to fuck their own memory so they don't have to be accountable for what the fuck they did. Even though they are going to be accountable, they don't have to talk to you. They don't have to apologize to you because she knows she's a piece of rotten shit ass bitch. Her own mother will do that to her children and she can't even really look you in your motherfucking eye and admit all the shit she did that you don't know and all the men she ran away and all the relationships she sabotaged and all your opportunities she did what she could to sabotage them because you trust her and you still try to get her to be your mother and do the right motherfucking thing. She can't look at you and tell you that, so the bitch go snort some powder or pop some pills or take some other psych meds or shoot up some shit so she don't have to fucking cope with what a rotten piece of shit she is. A lot of y'all taking care of these mothers. Y'all same daughter she did it to will sit there and take care of this raggedy ass bitch who then puts her demons on you while she still can, even though she got a memory problem. She can remember enough to fuck your damn ass up. So when you help her be so comfortable and slide out of her body a damn slithering ass snake, she leaves you with the fallout of all the fucked up shit she's done in her life and then let's fuck you even more because you watch her ass die. Then you got to deal with therapy and counseling and guilt and shame and blaming yourself because this bitch just died in front of you just like a goddamn snake, shed her fucking skin on purpose to do what she can to fuck you even more and still one up your ass by dying in front of your goddamn man, dying on your ass. So then you sitting there going through changes. Well, did I do enough? Well, maybe if I had helped her do this or that, or maybe if I had gave her more, green juice and all that shit. Bitch. Whew. That's some heavy ass shit because I've had women tell it to me that were done like I was done. And then had to watch this bitch and then to wait on this bitch and she wore out because whatever she give her mother's never fucking enough, run her down while she's sick, then lay there, open her stinking ass and die on her fucking daughter, man. Then they fucked up and have to go through therapy and blame their motherfucking self and then deal with all the years ever since they were born of being fucked over. And she let niggas fuck over them and use them and let the whole world use them and abuse them. They ain't even dealt with that. And then they dealing with this bitch being sick and can't think and pissing and shitting on her goddamn self. Then lay there and die on you. And then they fucked up in the head. I done seen it. I done heard it. That's when I saw my mother started going through that around 2015, 16, and she was begging to stay over here. And I started seeing that demon in her peeping around the corner, looking at me, giggling and grinning like a fat ass clown. I told her husband, get her out of my house. She's made the first part of my life hell, and I let her do it. Trying to love her and trying to be a good person. And y'all telling me to do it, and Jesus this, and Jesus gonna fix it. And it got worse and worse. Jesus never fucking stepped into the shit, stepped into the ring to be the referee of the shit. I'm like, no, she got to get out of my house. I don't want to see her no more, and I'm not going to take care of her. Sick like that and mental problems, but the bitch, that demon blink his eye at me, and then she getting her fat ass up out the room, peeping around the corner, fucking with me, and I could see the demon in her face and in her eyes, grinning, trying to just run me down. I'm up taking care of this bitch all day, and I'm trying to get some sleep, and it's 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. She's still doing it. I need this. I need that. I said, you can go down the stairs and get your own stuff. You can walk. You can talk. No, I want you to do it. And I could see it, and my body started getting weaker and weaker when she was here. I said, come and get this motherfucking bitch. Come get this fat bitch out my motherfucking house because she came here to destroy me. I could see that devil. This bitch is mentally ill. She still got that demon on her. Coming trying to fucking take me down. She ain't gonna give up. Bitch ain't gonna give up either, goddamn it. See, you have to understand, if you're one of those targeted people, You will be gang stalked by people in physical bodies possessed by demons that let them inhabit them. You'll be gang stalked by your mother, your father. It will never stop. Never fucking ever stop. That's why you constantly got to do your spiritual baths, your spiritual protection on your house, your spiritual protection on your mind. Keep your mind open because they're going to always send somebody. When you got a strong hand, when you got a strong pimp hand, goddammit, and you don't know you got it. You got gifts and you don't know you got them, or you scared to use them, or you embarrassed, or you hide them because the people you love and the niggas you want to fuck and the bitches you want to fuck ain't with that shit, don't agree with that shit. So you compromising yourself to be with someone else. So when you're not standing in your power, you're more vulnerable, and they'll send people to take you down because you want physical friends. You want human contact, and I understand, and that is natural, but you're going to have to get to the point that you don't vibrate that energy. Because if you're not vibrating self-love and self-respect and setting up boundaries, you will attract what you are at that particular moment. You will lock into the frequency of letting people know you don't love yourself, you don't trust yourself, you're afraid to trust your intuition, you love people more than you love yourself, you want people around you and to be with you and to fuck you in the ass because you can't really deal with laying in your bed by yourself or playing with yourself and building up your own self-worth, if that's what it takes to get to a point where everything's all about you. And I was taught in my life, everything ain't about me, everything about everybody else. And you give, and let everybody take, and you're nobody, nothing. Yeah, and you won't be here long. And if you are, you'll be here on mental health meds, or you'll be here getting fucked over and abused and trapped in shit where people seem to be nice and then jam you up and steal your money and try to steal your soul and try to take your life. Then you think it's a nigga that love you, bitches that love you, and they feed off you. And then when you sick and fucked up, they leave. And when they done drained all your money, drained all your self-esteem and shit, they gone because you don't want to embrace yourself. Because your mammy and other people in your family treated you like you were an option. You were not the divine choice. And when you have a mother that treats you like that, you should never trust that bitch. Never take a morsel of food from the bitch and put it in your mouth, because it might not have physical poison, but it has spiritual poison. It has psychological poison. It has a frequency of poison and self-hatred in it to take anything from this bitch. So you're going to have to make your decision right now. And when people tell me that, well, I have to take care of her. She has Alzheimer's. I said, she must have been a fucked up mother because she got Alzheimer's. She must have abused you. Because that's one of the keys where I know a woman has betrayed herself, don't give a fuck about herself, or she's so arrogant and narcissistic and delusional. She thinks she's more valuable than her child because she loves and takes care of herself or do things to please herself and look good for niggas and everybody else and please the neighborhood, what you got and your degrees and what you drive and what you live and all that shit. But then you treat your child like an animal. You competing with your daughter, you jealous of your motherfucking daughter, and you treat her like shit and make her run up for you to chase you for love that you never give her, and got her like a stick with a carrot in front of her face, so she running to get it, but you already know she ain't gonna never be able to motherfucking reach it because the way you got it pinned to the back of her motherfucking head. So I already know. When somebody says, I have taken my mother, she has a mental problem, she can't really think, she don't remember, she don't motherfucking remember. I already know she's a fucked up mother to you. And then you feel, I got to help her, I got to get my house, so I got to get her in the old folks' home, I got to go up there and take, really? She didn't got to have to take care of you. She didn't got to have to be there for you. She didn't got to have to compromise herself for you. She didn't got to have to sacrifice her life for you. She treated you like a piece of shit. And the worse she treats you, the more you love. Try to trace her, and she give you her ass to kiss, and then she gonna make sure she don't suffer. When she start losing her memory shit, because she know the black sheep, the child that she treated like shit, the one that's the most spiritual, she gonna drain your ass so you ain't got money in the bank and you ain't got nowhere to go. She knows you want her love and she knows you full of light. She sees that, but she don't want to give it to you because she knows that you're better than her. If you knew who you were, you would exceed her in everything that you do, but you don't want to do that. You want to love her. And she ain't gonna never give it to you because she never wanted to, because you're a supreme being. Even though she's older and you came out of her, she's not stronger than you. She's not wiser than you. And she's mad because you're more talented. You are the one that will be fucked up, left here with psychiatrists and have to take meds yourself because you're going to kill yourself for your mother. You've already sacrificed yourself for your mother, and you showed that when you'll take care of a bitch that's sick and they usually have cancers, usually cancers of the female organs, and sight problems, where they totally drain the body. They don't have to think about their body. They don't have to think about their health. They zoned out because they done did so much demonic, filthy shit and done fucked out of both draw legs and did everything but fucking died. And now they're going to make sure they die in comfort because you are going to take care of them and you are going to be the sin eater. You're going to eat her sins and nobody's going to eat yours. And then you're going to be stuck here fucked in the head and having to figure it out because she never cared. And she doesn't care now. So she checked out on you to leave you to fix your problems, but you run to her to fix hers. You know what? I don't know why I'm going here today. But somebody, y'all better get ready because your mama's finna die. And your dirty ass daddy that was fucking you and fucking your little friends when y'all 5 and 6, he going to. I'm claiming it in the name of Jesus. If this motherfucker don't go, they're going to be sick and fucked up and crippled. And can't fucking walk. And if y'all been taken care of, it's a check coming to you. It's your money. They done inherited. They done stole it. Living in a house that's yours. Got a private insurance policy. Got them where they done cashed in on relative where the money supposed to be yours. Forged your name on houses and shit and took shit that's supposed to belong to you and you think it's theirs. Like some of y'all know your mammy living in your house and your daddy living in your house. And it's supposed to be belonging to you, and a relative left it, or father left it, or father left the money, and the mama living off of it, and you still licking all out her ass. See, this, if you don't shut it down, the spirits are going to shut it down. Because you're not standing in your power. You better get your altars ready and start doing your uncrossing things to help yourself and protect yourself from this fallout. Because as long as you entertaining this demon, as long as you goddamn going in there, changing your damn mama pamper and shit and getting her some goddamn it depend and lifting your daddy leg up, propping it up because he can't halfway damn use it. He babbling and wiping the slob off his goddamn mouth and propping him up in this damn country recliner. You are open to the same hits he open to because you still engaging him and now you're locked into his sin. You done abuse you. You done come in and seen him fucking your little cousin or your friend when she was 6 and goddamn 7 years old. And you up here wiping this old nasty child molested motherfucker ass or caught him out there fucking 2 sheeps and a goddamn cow and then slaughtering and the family eating a steak and shit knowing that he been fucking goddamn Jimmy the goddamn mule. Yeah, okay. So you lining yourself up to get what the fuck that he get. Yes, the gaslighting, baby. These parents will do that shit, do that to you. My mother was a psychological master at that shit. She would go to those theological seminaries where they teach on psychology, how to take people money, and they also do them sex orgies, fucking them evangelists and shit out in LA, fucking Atlanta, man. This was everyday psychological torture and abuse, and then locked in the house, trapped in there. We had to deal with it and put her 2 other children on me like I'm their mom at 12 years old, having a mom or somebody. That's why I'm dealing with those issues now. Because I'm just that type of person. Very giving, very loving, and liking to please my man. Take care of my child. Whatever children come around, take care of people that are here. I treat everybody the same. If somebody comes here, you will get served the same way I serve myself, the same way I serve my child. People know that. You can watch old videos and see the way I treated people when I cooked with them. Didn't even charge them. because I'm learning to cook and seeing what people like, what people don't like, to be better at what I do. I'm not doing that anymore. People can have plates, like I told you. You can have drinks when you come to Atlanta, but there has to be an even exchange. I'm not just giving my stuff away, because you attract users. You attract low-level, filthy, scheming, conniving, lying, thieving motherfuckers when you're just a giver. And they take that as a weakness until they decide to fight you, and you fight them back, and they realize, whoa, wait a minute, there's a dark side to this bitch. Yeah, I just usually try to be nice, and I'm not that anymore unless you're good to me. I treat people now the way they treat me. But when you're raised that way and treated that way, many times you're looking for love because you have been told you're unlovable and you don't love and respect yourself, and you haven't developed that, all of the parts of you that make you powerful. You don't know. And so you end up attracting people that know what you are and see it, but they won't tell you. And they'll feed off you and beat your ass and steal your money and lie on you, to you, about you, to keep you stuck with them the same way your mother did, and whatever the real father figures were, and trap you like an animal, like a valuable, priceless animal. You cannot get away and drain your energy and rather see you dead than see you leave to fuck another nigga that know how to fuck you and know how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? See, or men. There are a lot of good men that were done that way by their mothers, and their fathers jealous of them. Either their mothers are jealous of them and want to manipulate and control them and keep them from being happy with a woman that knows how to love them and know how to treat them. See, some people, and that's another show I'm not going to, because I'm tired. I'm going to go back and lay down because the girl has been on me for a couple of days now. That's one of the reasons why I treat my child the way that I do. Because if you mothers have dealt with a son that's been in prison, and you know how to treat them, and I've always tried to tell my son, he didn't listen to me, they would be jealous of him because of his look. And I knew that he was psychic and he was empathic and he was afraid of it when he was little, like I was afraid, because nobody taught me how to develop it or told me what I was. Even though there's a lot of psychics and empaths in my family, they'll have that gift and don't want their child to have it and be jealous of their child and mad because the child is on flex, more on flex than them. And you don't even want to be, you just humble, but they know you have more gifts than them. Like I have more gifts than my mother, and she couldn't take it. So I knew they would do this and he wouldn't listen to me. But what I didn't realize, my mother's so diabolical and so treacherous and has no love for her daughters, that she was giving my son drugs, and so was my half sister. Giving him alcohol, giving her 3 children refund alcohol. They, what, a year old or something, giving to my son, he's 7 or 8. My grandmother told me, you need to stop your son from going over your sister's house, because she told me, you think you better than everybody. You think your son is better than everybody, but you don't know. She's going to make sure your son be a junkie when he grew up. And my son suffered really bad addictions. Then my mother was a part of this shit too. See, that's one thing I learned. And a lot of you need to learn the same lesson. When your mother abuses you, you should not want your children to be around them thinking she's going to want to make up for it and be a better grandparent. She didn't give a fuck about you. Now, the child will be a tool of manipulation to take you down if you love the child. And even if you don't love the child and they can sense it, it will still be used as a tool against you to show you a raggedy piece of shit bitch. Yeah, you said I beat you and I left you and ran the street with niggas. I might have, but look at you. You ain't no better than me because you did the same thing. We had to raise, goddammit, Devontae, goddammit, bitch. We didn't know where you was in the streets, sucking dick, up there shaking your ass at the motherfucking script club, running, doing this and doing that. See, what you do ain't gonna never be enough. And even if it's good, they're gonna twist it and make it bad. So you can't win with a piece of shit bitch like that. And you think she gonna change. She ain't gonna never fucking change. Diabolical as hell. And you just a bitch to her that now I got to compete with this little bitch. I'm the center of attention. I'm fine. Everybody like me, or they like me because I throw my pussy. And I suck dicks to get approval from fucking men to make the neighborhood niggas like me and shit. Now I gave birth to this daughter that's shining brighter than me, more deeper than me, more gifted than me. They can see this stuff on you. As soon as they pull them out your ass, or she pull you out of her own ass and look in your face, they know what the fuck they dealing with. You think she doesn't know because she treats you so bad. And that's why she treats you so bad, because she knows that she cannot compete with you and she don't want you to outshine her. And then you think when you have children, she's going to feel guilty and bad. Oh, her drug addictions and her alcohol and her money and whatever she's indulged with helps her to deal with her pain and not remember how she just fucked you over your whole fucking life. But you can't see that. So you expose your children to it. You expose your children to the family thinking they're going to want to do the right thing. Then they're going to fuck them like they fucked you, so that you will not get where you want to go in life and be proud of your children that you gave birth to. So that's another pain and that's another burden, but you cannot let it be a burden. See, that's why I talk about these things publicly. People have told me, I don't care. And you keep asking me for a book and I'm going to give it to y'all. Because even though I've told y'all a lot, I haven't told you everything. It's just so much fucked up shit. And I knew I had to stay alive and I had to stay sane to survive it, because they wanted. And then my own family was saying, oh, she's crazy. She's just crazy. Don't listen to her. And then tell lies on me in public. I know they're talking to people in public, telling a lot of lies about me. I have my own family members jealous of me and want to take me down and don't like me. And she thinks she's better than us. And they've been saying that since I was 10 and 11 years old. So I know it's not me. And now I don't give a fuck. But people are like, don't tell your business. Don't say that about your mother. Don't say that about your father. No. The reason why, because to me it's cowardly. I hate a coward. I hate it when people want to say in public, my mother abused me. My daddy was fucking on me. But you say it after his funeral. You say it after her funeral. To me, that's cowardly, because they're physically dead. And you tell everything, which means you're a coward to me. You saying that shit and they can't come back and say you're a goddamn lie, Alexis. I ain't never did that. I ain't said that. I ain't with. Yeah, okay. Well, see, my mother's still alive. That's the fat, light-skinned woman. You might not be able to tell she's light-skinned on some of those clips, but that's the fat woman you see. When I first started doing Vagina Power in 2006 and 2007, and she was still trying to sabotage me, so I got her off my show. I want you to come out in public and call me a liar. I want you to sue me for libel and slander and defamation of character. I want to make sure that I say these things and I tell these lies in public while you're breathing, while you're still sane enough, because I know you're treacherous and you're diabolical as hell to sue me and to take me to court and get judgments and shit against me, and I want you to do it. That's why I say it when I know she heard it. I was told she heard it, and I said it to her. I said it to her husband, who, this is just even twisted and sicker, who's related to my father, Jackie Wilson. But you brag about that, but you abuse his daughter, and you won't let me see my father when he was still alive. Because when I was a teenager, he was still alive, and that's when they put him in a coma. I was trying to control him because he went back down from the industry oath that he didn't know he took until he was in it, and the money they stole from him. So that's another thing I wanted to tell you. Since that, I know I seen that's what I've dealt with, starting my mother stealing my inheritance. If you have a very powerful ancestor, a mother or a father, or you see that pattern in your family, you're going to have to really protect yourself and analyze who you are, because if you have gifts and the power to bring people to you, or gifts or services where people want them from you, they will integrate people in to follow you, to try to handle you, and to steal from you. Because that's what happened to your ancestor, your father, your mother, your grandmother, if that's grandfather, that's been history. You have to catch that curse, and you have to break that curse, and be very, very diligent in watching your finances and watching your emotions, because our emotions are connected to our money. Your emotions are connected to your pussy, your dick, your self-esteem, and your spirits. And people will come to you just to try to steal your life, do glamour spells, do soul swapping spells against you to bring your money to them. And you have to look and see if you have a mother, a father, any close ancestor that was done to. And it was done to my father. See, it takes time, a lot of butt naked time with yourself. And that's why I spend a lot of time with myself. And some people don't want to do that work. And you will know if you're not doing the work, because the pattern of abusive women, abusive men, abusive bosses, people coming to you being jealous of you, want to steal your money, secretly jealous, and you don't even know they're jealous. You know, I'm really dealing with that right now, because I would always say that. I mean, even now, like, who would be jealous of me? Who would want to do something to me? You know, I had younger women around me, 10, 15, sometimes 20 years younger. It didn't intimidate me. As long as I can be the best I can be, I don't really care what chronological age I am. As long as I don't look that age and I don't look fucked up, I'm okay with being with younger women. I don't focus on younger women to get jealous of them. But I thought they wouldn't be jealous of me because I'm old enough to be their mother, or at least 10 years, 15 years, they were always attracted to me. So I like pretty women around me. I like younger women that were innovative, intelligent, and I learned from them, and they liked me, and they liked my look. They're like, we love you, Alexis, you're still beautiful. But I didn't think it was any jealousy there until this bitch stole my money and admitted she was jealous of me because I made more than her on my own. I never steal things. People want to donate to me. They want to listen to me. They want to be around me. And I always honor and respect that. But the jealousy from younger women, and you all have been around, you've seen that. Like this bitch Shannon called herself trying to come over here 2 years ago to physically jump me. You want to jump me? I haven't done anything to you other than telling you, once I see how you are, stay away from me, because I don't like lying, treacherous, conniving, backstabbing, two-faced people. Even though that's been my whole life, I don't do it. If I don't like you, that's one thing real clear about me. I don't play the gray area. I don't do black, white, gray. I'm not going to hee-hee with you and tell you that I love you and I really hate your fucking guts because you's a dirty bitch and a dirty trick-ass nigga. But you know what I'm going to tell you? You have to push me, though. You know, when I observe and I see some shit I don't like, I'm like, look, I don't think this is going to work because you're a dirty nigga. A lying ass nigga, you're a dirty dick sucking bitch. You know, it's ain't nothing wrong with sucking dicks, but bitch, is the way you suck them. You're a treacherous bitch because you'll suck your mama's dick, your best friend dick, best friend nigga's dick, your boss's dick. I mean, you bitch, anybody can get a motherfucking slurp and sip from you and get their dick spit on by you, bitch. I mean, you have no integrity. That's the only thing I don't like. I have no problem with a whore, as long as you're a hoe with sensitivity and fucking honesty. A lying motherfucker, a thieving motherfucker, a fake motherfucker. Because if you fake with them and you talk about them to me, you'll talk about me to someone else. See, that type of unrighteous ass shit and an unrighteous dick sucker, don't be around me, because you'll suck my nigga's dick, and see, then your ass will be out on the ground. And see, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's just some niggas you just can't share. So if I don't play with yours, don't sneak and try to play with mine. So, but if you do that to other people and they let you do it and they're not kids and they're not animals, I have no problem with it. But that unrighteous shit, I do. Be upright, and be a upright dick sucker. Be a upright whole ass nigga. If you fucking somebody's wife,